All right, here we are. We're here again today on a Saturday. What's today? February 5th, 2022. As we spoke last night, we said we're going to do this Fridays and Saturdays and get back to our regularly scheduled programs from Monday through Thursday. And today I have a special guest. Her name is Josephine Osei, and whoever else may join. But we're going to discuss what we've been discussing, and that is it a benefit for Black American men to venture out to marrying African women? Excuse me. Oh, so unprofessional. But one of the reasons I asked that, you see a lot of people who call themselves travelers or the travelers group, and you always see it where they're going to Brazil, Philippines, and I don't knock the Philippines because I had my interest there too, and before I decided to marry an African. But is there a benefit in marrying Africans as a Black American? To me, I think there are great benefits. I think the benefits range from having a traditional wife, and of course you have to pick right, just like with anyone, and also having a bridge to the continent itself. And I don't mean that you go divorce what you have or leave what you have to go search out for this. This is speaking directly to single men, those who are still looking. When I talked to a friend of mine, like I said the other day, his whole thing was like, by doing this, you're going to apply pressure. You know that Black women are going to feel pressured. And it should be that way. No one should be able to feel like they could do whatever and be whatever they want and not pay consequences, as if their men are not going to start to look elsewhere. And that's what's happening. My whole thing is, rather than looking elsewhere to integrate with others, like I said, what you do is your decision, but it's why you're making that decision. Are you making it solely based off the prospect or the idea or the ideology that you have something against Black women? If that's it, then you have a problem that's internally. I remember many years on Facebook, I used to post stuff like this about before I moved to Africa, about 12, 15 years ago, let's say, when Facebook first started out. I used to get banned all the time. Black women would come on my post, but it's funny. For whatever I posted, may got a few likes. But when I posted something about what I'm talking about now, not only did it get a bunch of likes, but it got a lot of criticism. A lot of times, the majority of the post was always taken down. Because it was like showing hatred towards Black women, which I didn't even understand at the time. Because I'm solely saying that, is it possible that the same things that we look for here in a wife, that we could get elsewhere and still be with our Black sisters? And Black women would get very upset. My whole thing is, how can you get upset if you're doing the work and being a wife, a traditional wife? There's nothing for you to get upset about. There's plenty of men available to you. And those men are going to do everything to be with you because they know that you're a rare breed in this day and time. And that's just what it is. That's how it stands today. A rare breed. If you are that, there's no reason for you to really have any animosity towards what it is that I'm saying. What I'm saying is because you're a rare breed, meaning that there are very few of you. And there are a lot of men looking for the same thing, but not everybody can have. Oh, okay, we got Josie. Go ahead, Josie. Click me on. Send a request so I can get you in here. Oh, man. Never eat any food with a lot of cayenne pepper before you come on live. I'm learning that now. But I love my Kanye pepper. But and my jerk chicken. But it goes back to the same thing, man. We need to understand that something has to be done differently. We've been doing the same thing for so long. It's not getting the same results. The results are getting worse. Look at us, where we stand now. Not as just black Americans, but Africans. It's, something has to be done different than what we're doing now. And all I'm saying is, hey, let's try something new. This is something that I thought about. Back in the day, when you had kingdoms who were powerful at one point, but their power began to reside, and they wanted to strengthen their kingdoms, what did they do? They went to that other kingdom that they may have been warned against, or who were more powerful than them, and the kings would take their daughters and offer their daughters to the princes, which are the sons of the kings, and say, I give my daughter in marriage, and that would strengthen our kingdom, because the kingdom will become one. Because there's not just a similarity, there's a mutual interest, meaning that now I as a prince took your daughter as my wife, so therefore my kingdom becomes your kingdom. We become one kingdom. That's of everything that I'm preaching now. Let's open our eyes to this possibility that we could become one kingdom. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying that every single black man needs to go marry an African. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying those that are looking for a traditional woman or traditional wife that they have not been able to find here in America should open their eyes to the possibility that this can be a solution. And there's no one-stop shop to anything with our situation. Just not. But it has to begin from somewhere. And if it begins from somewhere, family is where it begins. Family structure is where it begins. Oops. Okay, I think go back down. All right, here we go. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, with
Um,
all I hear of yours, you got a cap on? You got more hair than
What?
anybody.
Yeah.
What you got it all bushy?
Yeah, I haven't done my hair, so
Oh, you got more hair than far more than the average woman. So I'm surprised that you're even hiding it. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, welcome to the Marion Ghana Show with Stephen D. Lyles. You want to introduce
Thank
yourself?
you. My name is Josephine. I go by Joe,
And you're from where? I know you're from. You could say you could say it rather than me.
Ghana, West Africa, Ghana.
Spanty.
Yeah, my dad is Ashanti. Yeah,
And your mother.
Eastern region, Kwo. So I'm half half. Eastern
I
region
know
and
that you know
Ashanti
Tweet.
region.
Oh, so what language do you speak?
I speak Tree. Yeah.
Isn't your father's language Ga?
No,
Um,
Ga is different.
who?
Ashanti language is Tree. I
Okay,
can
I'm all
speak
mixed
Ga
up.
also, but Ga is different language.
Okay, because
But
I
I
know
can
you
speak,
speak Ga.
yeah, I can speak Ga also, but it's not my mother tongue, my mom's language or my dad's language, but I can speak and I understand it perfectly.
All right. So you're born and raised in Ghana.
Yep.
Beautiful country. You're a beautiful woman. Can I ask you your situation as of today?
In terms of
Because
what,
I don't want to call you on here if you're married.
I'm not married.
All right. Um, have you ever thought about being married?
Yeah, not all the time, but sometimes. sometimes.
Sometimes. I know you're a working woman. I
Mm.
know you work about 14 hours a day, and I, I have nothing but praise for you. Someone who could do all the work that you do, working 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, a lot to be said about that. Because, you know, here in America, we've been so prone to not really understand the things that we have here. And we take it for granted, not knowing that things that goes on in other countries and what they do. But
Yeah,
what I wanted to talk about today, what I made this, me and you knowing each other for almost 15 years.
yeah, long
A
time.
lot of history. People know my videos. They know you from back in 2011, 2012, and 13, and so on, and being in my videos. You used to be the camera girl, helping me go around when I would interview other African girls who were dating a lot of American men here. And
Yeah.
I just give you a little shell of what I was getting. So I do commend you for doing that work with me back then. But as I started this now, I realized that the same thing that I used to do back then is the same thing a lot of men are craving for now. So it never went out of style. And one thing I realized that what won't go out of style is men, good men wanting the traditional woman. So Josie
Yeah.
Osei. Oh, before we start, tell us about your business. I know you're doing work, but you're also trying to build a business, a clothing business that you're doing.
Yeah. I started about 4 months or 5 months ago, a clothing line, and I design bags and shoes, accessories as well. Just
So how
starting
will
up.
they find you?
Sorry?
How will they find you if they're interested in knowing your products?
I don't get your question.
If someone sees this video, knowing that you're doing these products, how would they be able to find you?
Oh, yes, yes. PhoenixDesigns.com. If
Say it
the
again.
name Phoenix, you know the Phoenix bird?
Spell it out so they know.
PHOENIXS designs. It's one word.
At .com.
PhoenixDesigns.com. Yeah, .com. Yeah.
Good. So with that said, we got a few other people that want to join, but they're going to have to wait. But with that said, let me ask you this: you
Okay.
being born and raised in Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
in your mind, we're going to get to both traditional men, traditional women, because we had the discussion. But I want to ask you again: in your mind, what is a traditional
Yeah.
woman, and
Ah,
is it different from a traditional wife?
is there a difference?
Leave that for later, because I'm going to tell you why I think is a difference. What is a traditional woman? Let's start with that.
Well, traditional woman's hardworking, respectful, humble, and knows her place as a wife. You
What do
know,
you mean by that?
allow the man to be the king of the house or the head of the family. Because these days things are different.
Yeah,
I
things are
see
very
even
different. But even in
even
Ghana, you
women,
notice things are different.
yeah, things are different everywhere. Women becoming like they are the bosses everywhere. Even if you are the boss in the office, don't bring it at home.
Mm.
Because when you come home, for me, when you come home, the man is the head of the family. It doesn't matter even if you earn much than him. He's the head of the family, and you should give that respect to him. He's the king of the house or the family.
But a
And
lot of people
nowadays,
have
I
problems
see
with
things
that.
different. Yeah, I know. I
And
know. I know a lot
a
of
lot of
people
these
have
people are
problems
the
with
same
that.
people who will say they believe in God, this and the other, but yet they're completely out of order. I'll make you an example. I don't know if you know this particular person, but I used to watch this medical network channel. Forget, I think it's ID or one of those medical channels. There's a doctor by the name of Dr. G. Now she's very famous. She's been, I don't know if she still do it, but for like at least a decade, she has this channel where she's working in a mortuary, whatever you want to call it, where she dissect bodies and figure out how the people died and so forth. She was so popular that they gave her a TV show. She don't make six figures. She was in the seven figures. So she would do the show, multi-millionaire. Her husband made substantially less money than she. White lady though. But she one thing she said in an interview of hers that I never forget. She said, even though I make the type of money that I make, when I go home, I'm still but I'm still under his authority. He's still the leader of this household, and I still submit myself to him. Now
Yes.
she come from the old school. She was born in us in the 50s, 40s or 50s. So she come from the old school. But today you say that everybody want to be a boss chick or bad bitch. And they think that gives them a license to be the boss when they get home.
No, it shouldn't work that way. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't.
Well, this is why a lot of families are falling apart. There's a few things I'm going to get to. You said what a traditional woman is. Is there a difference between a traditional woman and a traditional wife?
I don't see a difference. I don't know. I don't. To me, I don't. Because,
Well,
for
I'm going
instance,
to tell you why I
you-
think there is a difference. And it's
okay.
significant, but is not something that would keep a man from seeking out the same thing. The only difference between a traditional woman and a traditional wife is that a traditional wife is one who comes as a virgin. A traditional wife is basically the same thing, but she's just not a virgin. She still has the same capabilities and was raised in the same fashion to be that wife. Because we know things happen. We know men take advantage of girls when they're younger and
Yeah.
whistle sweet things into their ears. And no matter what they're told from their parents, they believe it and believe that I'm going to marry this man. So I believe what he say. And it happens. It happens every day, all day. We know that. To me,
Yeah.
that's the only difference. I don't think it changes the broad price or the cost of how you treat a woman. It's just that these things happen, and that's to me that's the only difference. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
I wasn't thinking about the virgin part, but
Well,
yeah.
technically, going back to biblical days, even before the Bible was written and all that, men had always married virgins who was given from the father.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Now today, I'm gonna ask you something before I get to this point that I was about to make. Before I get to this
Okay.
point, let me ask you, what do you believe a traditional man is?
Ah, traditional man. Well, someone who still believes in the old values because he knows he's supposed to be a protector of the family, the head of the family. He's a protector and provider as well. So if whatever the family needs, he has to provide it. Clothing, shelter, everything.
I agree. But unfortunately, we don't see the traditional men as much as we used to back in the days. But you have a lot of the men calling for traditional women when they're themselves are not traditional men. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm being serious though. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
how it
true.
is.
It's true. And it's kind of like turned into a blame game. Women are saying this, the men are saying that. We are like this, we are like that. But and remember, I think if we go back to the olden days, like being traditional men and traditional women, I think that will help us because if our mothers and fathers they lived together for a long time, now we call ourselves the 21st century and we think we know too much. But look at us, broken homes. People get married 3 months and they get divorced. 4 months they get divorced. 1 month they get divorced. Why? I know they
Because
have
back then,
problems. I mean,
you,
back then
you
still
wouldn't.
they had problems, but they worked through it. And everybody know their place. But
Hmm.
now it's like no respect. Everybody feels too big.
Because people don't
Yeah.
are not afraid of having broken homes until they really start to see the effect on their lives and their children's life. And unfortunately, a lot of women today don't even care about their children. They just care about what they could get from a man right here and now. They don't think
Yeah.
about 20. See, men, we think 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years ahead of time. Women today, they think right now. How can I be famous on Facebook, Instagram? How can I sing like a boss chick? How can I get men hitting the like button?
But
Unfortunately,
that is not real. That is fake. It's social media.
yes,
And
you're,
some
you're
people
trying to
have taken
entertain
it so
people that will not
personal, but
do anything for you.
yeah,
And
some people
social
have taken
media
it
has
so
been,
personal.
that's why I say technology has both negative and positive. It could do great things,
Yeah,
it could do horrible things. If you use it
it's
right
true.
and apply it right, it could benefit you and everyone around you. But vice versa, it could be a detriment and destroy everything that you hope for.
True.
And I think it's up to the ladies of today, the ladies of yesterday, to tell it ladies of today that, you know what you're doing is not going to get you to where you want. Yeah, you can have fun ripping and running, but by the time you're 30, 40 years old, your life is over because there's no one for you. And it's bad that a lot of women in Africa, not from my generation, I'm just saying like the newer generations that are coming up, like the 18 and 16-year-olds, they're following after the West and what they see going on in the West. But at the same time, what's going on in the West is nothing but dysfunction and broken homes and being at the lowest level as far as the poverty chain. So it's like
Yeah, it's true.
you already struggle with poverty, so you're looking to be influenced by another people who are dysfunctional to gain what out of it? That's what I don't get. What are you going to gain out of it?
I don't know.
In America, you have systems in place for now, and I would say for now because it's not for long, but for now, you have programs in place that, yeah, they will give a single mother a home, they would give them food stamps, they would give them free medical and all this, but yet there's no man in the home, there's no influence to raise the children, there's no direction. So without
Yeah,
direction, without being protected by man, you make yourself a mark for any and everyone. That's why there's so much damage and psychological damage and mental damage with our women today. And it's happening all over the place.
all over. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I want to ask you about this too.
It's so sad.
What we see today, everything for whatever reason, reasons that we can understand by what was placed in front of us by the Western world, with all the books and all these things that entail that, all these love stories, everybody want to fall in love with the guy or the woman of their dreams. And then you fall in love, the love resides. You feel like, oh, I don't feel the same way, so let me leave, let me break up, let me get divorced, let me do it again. Now you're a single mother looking for something better than what you have. And 99% of the times you don't get better than what you already previously had. And I
Yeah,
say that because there was a time that love had nothing to do while we married. Even in the Bible, you cannot find one example in the Bible where two people got married out for the benefit of love. There's no example in all of Scripture.
I
No, I'm
mean,
serious.
yeah, look at the olden days when we see our great grandparents. I don't think they even got married, most of them because of love.
They
You
did,
understand?
but yet they
They used to,
lasted to
yeah,
the
they
end
stayed together. Yeah, they lasted to the end. I
because they
think,
understood they had a purpose towards each other and towards the benefit of building a productive family.
yeah,
And unfortunately, as long as we keep looking for this love aspect that is very delusional, because love is really lust. You can't, you could believe that you fall in love with a person the minute you meet them. It's really lust. Truly, you don't even know the person, because if you know the person, then you want to divorce them a year later.
it grows. Yeah, yeah. There's no
That's the
way you
thing.
love someone
Love
and
grows.
just 1 year. Love grows. Yeah,
It takes,
it
on
grows. It
average,
takes time. It takes
if you
time.
ask ask your parents, your grandparents, whoever, it takes on average between 10 and 20 years for love to truly start growing between a married couple. Because their whole purpose in being together is to build together, for the woman to be a helper to the man so that he could build and do what it is that his purpose is placed on this earth to do, and build a productive family and children to come out of that to also be productive. Love is something that is supposed to grow over the years. That's why you see people who been together 50, 60, 70 years. They all would tell you it wasn't about love. It was about understanding that, hey, I came to you. I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to either your looks or your character or whatever it is. And I think that I can work with you and we can work together and build what we have to build and grow in life. That's why they say
Yeah.
grow together. You
Yeah.
can't grow
That's
together
true.
if you think that everything snaps right then and there from the first day of meeting somebody.
No. Yeah. No. It doesn't work that way.
So, yeah, so everything's about growth. But even younger Africans and we in America have been that way for a long time. And that's why I say that our family structure is so broken down that we have no power. We have no power politically, financially, any which way in this country because we have no family structure. 80% of women in Black America are single mothers. That is absurdity. Now in Africa, it's on average about 6%. You measure 6% on West Africa to 80%. That is a
A
big
vast
difference,
difference. Yeah. Big difference.
vast
Yeah.
difference. So now you got to look at it. Okay, what's going on? That is 6% over here and 80% over there. So now you got to start to look at both the men and the women. Now we know men in Africa want traditional wives. We know that. That has never changed.
Never.
We know that men in America still want traditional wives. That has never changed. So then there's something that just doesn't fit. That's Black American women. As much as I love my Black American women, they are completely out of order. So that's why I'm saying that to me, it's only beneficial that Black American men start to look outside the box. Stop looking at Brazil, the Philippines, China, and all that for a wife that don't look like their own. Bring children into this world that don't look like your own. You can still build with your own and have what's necessary as a traditional wife and still stay with your own. I'm just saying that it may be on another continent. And I'm not saying 100% of Black women are, out completely out of order. You can't say that. That's not 100% of anything.
Yeah.
I'm saying the majority of all modern women, not all women are called modern women, that philosophy, that feminist movement. But unfortunately, the majority of women that have the loudest voice today are feminists. And feminists kills families. Feminism destroys families, at least in the Black community, as I know. Because white women and all that, they could preach this feminism all they want. But yet, the majority of them are still with their husband, still raising their kids together. Because they understand when you separate from the home, you're no longer with the husband no longer with the wife, the financial capabilities go dramatically down.
Yeah. Everything changes.
Everything changes. So
Everything changes.
if we understand that relationships and marriage are not about love, as pertaining to the way that we think about it, but to say, hey, I think I could grow with this person. And when I say grow, that means that love, the finances grow,
It is
the ability
about
to
love as
understand
well,
each
but
other grow.
the love have to grow. It is about
Yes.
love as well, but it has to grow. But
And
nowadays we want
unfortunately,
everything quick and fast.
exactly,
Quick
everything
and
is a
fast.
microwave.
Yeah.
We
Just
live in a
fast.
microwave society.
Yeah.
So now
Mm-hmm.
this Western idea has been passed down to the new generation that's coming up, and even in West Africa, that these young girls think that, oh, if I don't love them, I can't be with them. And the minute that the love goes away, you want to go on to the next man. These women don't understand that not only are you building a body count, men look at everything. A man look at, okay, you've been with this man, you had a baby by him, but you ain't married him when you married him, while you separate. Men, we look at everything. And people don't want to accept that we look at everything. And they say, why can't it be that way with a man? Men and women are not the same. We are not the same. A 50-year-old man can still go get a 20-year-old wife and live for the next 40 years, 40, 50 years of his life with her, and they grow together. A 50-year-old woman can't go do that with a 20-year-old man and it be the same outcome. It's just how God made it. Abraham didn't get Sarah when he was the same age. You understand?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to me, we have to accept that things are the way that they are. and it's structured correctly, but we just have to abide by them. Once we're willing to abide by them, then we could begin to move forward. And another thing that I always preach, I talked to a guy today, Muslim brother named Heem. Shout out to Heem. He right there here in Philly, right there on he has his own business on grocery store. He's right at right off, what is it? Wayne and Queen Lane. Right off Wayne and Queen Lane in Germantown. Good brother. We had about an hour conversation when I was going out, talking to people, handing out flyers, talking about the investment opportunities for Marion Ghana factory. But talking to this brother, we talked about a lot of things. And he talked about business. And I understood him. I said, industries. He asked, well, how do we do that? I said, you're a single man, you're a Muslim brother. I said, consider this. You take another African woman from Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, wherever it may be. You're married. Now your families are linked together. She's linked from Africa to America. You're linked from America to Africa. Now the money that you have in store to do great things with, you can't buy land in America because that land, you're going to be paying taxes on that forever. You can never own it.
But Ghana, when you buy a land, or Africa, when you buy a land, it's yours forever.
It's yours forever. It's yours. You hand it down from generation upon generation upon generation.
Yeah.
It's yours. Yeah. There's no taxes. There's no none of that. It's yours.
Nothing.
You own it. You're the sole owner. You could pass it down, or you could sell it flip it and sell it for 100 times more 10 years down the line. That's why I've always been one to always invest in land now. So we both agree with that. So do you think it's, I'm not going to say more beneficial like, you're Ghanaian. So I'm not going to say like, oh, Ghanaian women have to marry Black Americans to be successful. That's not what I'm saying at all. There are many women, there's more women in the world than there are men. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So we're not taking, I'm not saying, hey, brothers, go take their women. I'm not saying that. I'm saying let's start marrying unto each other, because when you had kingdoms in the past, when one kingdom was weakened and one was strong, that weak kingdom would submit and give their daughters to the prince of that kingdom. They would join together, become one kingdom. And if anyone wanted to attack that other kingdom, you had that stronger kingdom that was willing to protect them now.
Yeah.
Exactly. They are one. You get it. You understand? They become one.
Yeah.
So if we want to build our power and our strength, we have to become one. And how do you become one? You intermarry. That's how you become one. Intermarrying is how you become one. Whether people want to accept that or not, Africans show that they can't do this, get out from France and their other oppressors on their own. Black Americans have shown that they can't get from out on their oppressor on their own. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been doing the same thing for a long time. Now, try something. I'm not even going to say try something new. Try something old that has been proven to work. Intermarry, so we can close that bridge, close that gap between Africans and African Americans. You get me?
You know what? Yeah, I do. All this, in America, all this race thing going on, African Americans. When you come to Ghana, we don't call you Black American or African American. We just call you American. That's it.
American. That's another thing.
That's it.
When I first came to Ghana, what did y'all used to call me? Obroni. Y'all called me a brony, which means white man. Because y'all considered me a white man at the time because I was from America.
That's it.
And I understand that, but as you continually build relationships, they know that you're Black.
White, Black,
And Ghana, you're not going to be fearing for your life if the cops shooting you, because they going to be like, oh, I fear for my life because he's a big Black man.
And if you remember, when you came to Ghana for the first time, you see the policemen who got bank. But sometimes you see them on the street with AK-47 rifles. You've seen before, right?
Yeah.
They use AK-47 big guns, but they don't go around killing people.
Exactly. Yeah, they all of them, just about all of them, were the AK-47 with the strap right here.
AK-47
I showed you the picture in Nigeria when I was shooting the AK-47 in the air from the policeman. He I told him I give him a US $1 for every bullet he let me bust off. He thought he was going to get fired though. I said, man, I ain't going to show it.
On the street, but America, I think I can say emphatically that it was years ago. It was every child's dream, like to visit America, go and live in America. But now, no,
And it's
no,
funny that you say that because now people have
no.
social media and they see what
Yeah,
goes
and
on.
we've
They see
seen
how
what is
Black
going
Americans are
on.
treated. They
You
see
can
how
just
oppressed we
get
are.
killed because of your skin color. Which,
Exactly. And they get away with it. So
yeah,
now when
mm-hmm.
Africans think
They
about
get
coming
away
to
with it.
America, they just want to
Mm-mm.
make their money and go back and build.
Definitely. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But the
Mm-hmm.
Africans here are different from the Africans who are over there. I do say that.
Yeah, I
I will
know.
say that.
I know.
But that's another subject. That's another
Yeah.
subject that we'll get into maybe a week or two later down the line. But Africans here are very different from the Africans that are there. And I live both places, so I can say this. I have the experience, over a decade of experience in knowing this. And one thing I would say, all my time in Ghana, you looked out for me more so than anybody else for over a decade. And I owe a lot to you. Like I said, we have a lot of history. We have a lot of things that we been over with each other. I've always been able to trust you. And I would say this: if you were to find, like, people want to see you here, and I'm like, oh man, beautiful woman. Who's that? You know, I'm always going to have to be, cause like as a sister of mine, I'm always going to have to be like, wait, who is this guy? Be like, daddy. I'm gonna be like, play the daddy role. And but I'm like that with people that I know, and I know how decent of human beings they are. And you want to you want to do your best to invest your time to get to know any and everybody. It's not like you're somebody like, oh, he's American. See, people don't think that way in Africa no more. They used to, like you said, oh, he's from America, I want to marry him, but they don't even think it no more.
Mm.
Most
Yeah.
African women are on their own thing, and they're looking for their own husband in their own countries. And they're
Yeah.
not like it used to be in the past, like 20, 40 years ago. If he's
Mm.
American and he came to Ghana, they like,
Yeah, I
damn, oh,
want
I
to
want to get
marry
to know
him.
him.
Yeah, I have to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now
So
things
now
have
today, they
changed.
don't even pay you no mind. You on their
Yeah.
same level.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so the reason why I'm bringing this is not that we can be seen as better or greater, so that we could bond together and become one. You're going to have Africans who look down on blacks. You're going to have blacks who look down on Africans. I don't have anything to do with them. They're not the people I'm talking to or at. I'm talking about the ones who see us as all equals, knowing that it's going
People.
to take a combined effort for us to get out of this.
Yeah. I know some of them have been brainwashed.
Hmm.
Yeah, about Africa. Africa is like this. If we go there, you get sick, you will die. Come on.
I'll tell you like
And
this,
we
I
are
don't
one
get
of
any of
the
this stuff.
strongest people on this planet. I
Pure
wish
African blood.
they will
Pure
have a
African blood.
change. Yeah, they
Oh,
will
that's
have
another
a
thing.
change of mind and just visit any African country of their choice. They should just visit, you
Visit.
know, all
And
the
when you
things they are saying in
intermingle,
the media there. They should come to Africa. Anywhere. We have 53 countries in the African continent. They should just visit anyone and see and feel.
but when you intermingle and you have them kids, you get your Black American blood mixed with that pure African blood and that true strength of a warrior. So now we building a
Yep.
true new warrior class with the
Mm-hmm.
identity of both American and African, but yet they know the psyche of their oppressor, and they know that they have the resources now in Africa because they have them backing them up. Because now when you
Mm-hmm.
intermingle, now if you have a if I mingle and I have a child that's Ghanaian, even though she's American, she's Ghanaian also. So she got the
Yeah.
back of that country with her now. You can't just go out
Mm-hmm.
and kill her and there's no repercussions because she has no country. No, now that
Definitely.
child is a citizen of this country in the continent of Africa. So now you got to fight with them all.
Yeah.
So
Maybe they will use voodoo on them.
unless you're messing with those in New Orleans, I don't know. No, shout out to New Orleans. I'm just messing with y'all guys. But
Mhm.
yeah, man. So it's just a beautiful opportunity that we have here. And once again, I want you to state your name, where you're from, and if you would like to still be married, because I want to see you married.
Once again, my name is Josephine. I go by Joe. Everybody call me Joe, or you can call me Josephine. I'm from Ghana, born and raised in Ghana.
Mm. How tall are you?
Yeah. I'm 5'3". I'm not that tall.
Yeah, I know how tall you are. I'm gonna let you say. How much are you weigh?
Oh, now I weigh 50. Now
You
I
weigh
weigh
what,
50.
50?
That's if I haven't eaten
No.
anything.
Oh, you talking about
Now
50
I weigh
kg?
50. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Before, it was
you weigh
smaller than
about,
that.
last time I seen you, just 2 years ago, just a year ago, it was about 125. Let me see what 50 kg is. 50 kg in pounds. No, 50 kg is 110. You,
Before, no, before, that's when I haven't eaten anything.
are you serious?
Before, yeah, before I used to weigh 45, 44,
Yeah, you were
43.
small. You was like 100 pounds when I first met you 12
But
years ago.
now I've checked myself. If I haven't eaten anything, I wanted to know how much I weigh. And it's 50. That's if I
So
haven't eaten anything. Yeah.
that's about 110 pounds here in the US. So we're gonna have to get you up to about 120. So you're gonna have to add a couple more kgs onto that. We're gonna get you at about 120. And 5'3" is very short though. You come up to my stomach, so I'm 6 foot. So, but you 5'3", 110 is nice, but we want to get you up to 120 because we know what the brother's like. Your top is a little bigger, so we know that. We're just going to get you set for your marrying date, all right? Because trust me, it's
Ah.
coming. It's coming.
Hmm.
But like I said,
Okay.
I know you work a lot. You're 6 days a week. Fellow, she works about 12 to 14 hours a day. She go back, get her sleep, and wakes up and do it again. Then she do her service, church service on Sundays. Trusting woman, honest one, beautiful, from head to toe, from and out. So once again, if you want to get to know, they got your business. You want to give out your IG?
Yeah. Finishes underscore designs.
No, your
I
personal
have
IG.
Instagram. I both are business. I have two, this one and the other one, but I don't have it personal. It's
Oh,
just
so you
my
just use this
business.
one.
So yeah, so this one or the other one, which is finishes underscore designs.
All right. So I'm gonna put that in a link when
Finishes
I
under.
post this up on YouTube. Make sure I put that in a link description. So if anybody want to reach out to you for some designs, some products, and so forth, your designs are also made in the state of Texas here. Just in case anybody wanted to know. So, um, look, I thank you for coming on. It's been beautiful. Always seeing you. So, Josie, come on now, where your head at?
Hey,
All
it's
right.
late.
I know they're going to ask you for your age. What's your age?
Oh, come on now.
All right. I'm gonna say she's 30 years old. All right. She's 30 years old, but lovely woman. She's been you pretty much been abstinent for almost a decade. Even I know that because I know you personally. But 30-year old abstinent for about 10 years. Not really looking. She works for herself. She works on her own to provide for herself. But if the opportunity comes with the right type of man, she's there. She's willing, but it has to be the right type. God fearing, not to say have to be Christian, blah blah blah, but has to be God fearing. Um,
Oh, and he has to be
you,
funny
you,
also. He
yeah,
has to
funny.
be funny. Make me
Does
laugh
he?
because
He came
it's
like,
important. And I don't
well,
like someone who talks too much.
I talk too much, but
But you are funny.
so he
Oh,
can't be like, so you gonna make me laugh? I'm trying to say it, but you're making me laugh. All right,
sorry.
so he came like, all right, Josephine, my name
Yeah.
is Steven, and I sing your video, and I'd like to get to know you if it's possible. He can't be that type of guy. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. He can't be that type of guy. All right,
It's
gentlemen, you heard it.
possible.
You got to be funny. You got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah. I mean,
So you
what's
got to have
life
a sense of
about
humor.
anyway? Mm-hmm. Just
All
sense
right.
of
Do we
humor.
have to
Make
be
me
a
laugh.
certain height, certain weight, certain complexion? I mean, come on, what we talking?
Oh, I don't care about skin color. It's not important to me. I don't care about skin color.
Does he have to make a certain
Yeah.
amount of money?
As long as he's not lazy.
Okay, I understand
Yeah,
that.
as long as
Basically, that
he's
means
not
at least
lazy.
have a 9 to 5 job that you work
Yeah.
consistently at the very
Mm-hmm.
minimum. At the
Yeah.
very minimum, have a 9 to 5 job, making an average salary, and
He can
be
take care of
willing.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hygiene, good hygiene.
Oh, yeah, he has to be. I don't like
Okay,
dirty things. No. Dirty, no.
so can he be
Not a neat freak, but he has to be neat.
bald?
Bald, have hair, no problem.
Can he be 5 foot?
No, I am 5'3", so he can be.
Just taller than you then. Just taller than 5'3".
Yeah, at least 5'7". The shortest should be 5'7". At
Oh,
least
that's the
five
average
seven,
height
least
here in
five
America.
seven.
Average height for a man is
Yeah,
5'7" or 5'8".
yeah. And if at least 5'7", 5'8", yeah, it's cool.
All right, so basically, your average black man in America, working hard, um, wants to build a family, and is looking for to treat a woman the right way. And like I said, anything that I do, no matter what comes out of this for whoever, I always say, no abusive men. You do it, they'll call me, and I will have you locked up and fucking beat down in jail or on the streets. That's just what it's going to be. Abusive people, men putting hands on women, that shit I don't play. That's the one thing I don't play. But
Yeah.
like I said, I know you, and I know you will be definitely,
Oh,
definitely.
if they are on, they should see this is my real face. Okay, I don't
Yeah,
like
you don't have
makeup,
your
so this
makeup
is
on.
my
You were
real
telling me
face.
that. You
This
was
is
like,
my
should I
real
come
face.
on when I have my makeup? You don't even like makeup.
Yeah, I don't like makeups. This is my
Yeah,
real
but you
face.
do it. But you could do it up good when you're on a makeup tip. But and I don't like I said. Next time, make sure you got your hair done because all the hair should not be hidden. Your hair comes down to like hair, and you got it all packed up.
Yeah,
All
because I'm
right.
in bed. I'm in bed.
I know. I know.
It's late
So,
here, so
gentlemen, once again, this is Josephine Osei. She gave you her contact. You heard it twice. So if you got any problem contacting her, you can contact me. I'll put that in a link description box. And like I said, check out her products. She sells shoes, different type of accessories and shirts and so forth. So,
yeah, and I've written my shop on the comment section, my
all
website
right,
in the comment section. So finicitdesign.com. So
all right.
if
So I'm gonna
anybody
let you
wants
get
to
back
check
to
it out,
bed. We'll talk later on. And definitely we're going
okay.
to do this again. Maybe in a couple of weeks
Yeah.
we'll definitely be back here again with each other. All right.
All right.
All right. Sleep well. Sleep tight.
Bye.
All right. See you, Josie. Who this that we have coming on? All right. Take a 60-second break. If you're coming on, you better come on now. All right, guys. Before we finish up, um, this was our show for today, Saturday, and be back here Monday. We go back to our other little thing that we have with our podcast. Our podcast is live on Facebook and YouTube Monday through Thursdays. And look forward to having you guys here. I'll see you in the description box. Also, I want to say, man, this is how it should be. I had one comment the other day in the one video talking about women are not supposed to be subjugated. This is not what that is. This is women who are already raised in a order to take their place, just like their first mother Eve. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, that's neither here nor there. But man, woman, and child is structured in a certain way. Man as lead, woman as a helper, woman to nest and raise the children, the man to go out there and fight for the family. That's the way it is. That's the way that a majority of African women believe it to be. And we still have brothers here who are decent men looking for the same thing. So that's why I'm here, to link you guys together, or at the very least, get you guys to understand that there are still those out there that want to be what it is that you're looking for. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. And we look forward to bringing you many more interviews, more than one, because it's going to come to a point that I'm going to have to be doing this on for 4 5-hour periods. But like I said, this is our second show for the Instagram Live for the Marrying Ghana matchmaking. And you can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Facebook and also Twitter. Twitter is called, you can just go to Stephen D. Lyles on Twitter and pull me up. Or matter of fact, I got to put that in the description box. I even forget what it is. I think it's called Black American Living in Ghana, something like that. But I put that in the description box so you can link up with me on Twitter also. So again, man, hope you enjoyed the show. We want to bring you the best content here in 2022, and we're going to work hard to do that. There's going to be no holds back. We're going to bring you a lot. We're going to bring you opportunities to get what you want as far as relationships. We're going to give you opportunities to get what you want as far as investments. We're going to give you opportunities to fly over to Ghana to make sure we have a decent Airbnb, which I provide, for you to be taking on tours, for everything to be low, affordable costs. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a six-figure guy to do all these things that I'm saying. You make the average salary $42,000, you could do all these things. That's all it takes for you to be a hardworking individual, hardworking individual black man. That's all it takes. So once again, man, to my African brothers, my African sisters throughout all of Africa, 53 countries, and all my 50 states in America, UK, France, Denmark, all my clientele that we have out there, Canada, all my clientele that I have out of there. Also, next week I'll be putting up the new site, the Marrying Ghana matchmaking site, that you go on and contact me, where I'm going to be doing free consultations here live, but we have paid for consultations behind the scenes for us to get really in depth what you need, how to get about it, and for me to work with you to do it from start to finish. All right? All right. One love, man.